Sabra Johnson back here in Fit Garage of City Classic Cars. Fit Garage is finishing, interior, and technology. And what we do in Fit Garage, we do stuff like this. I mean, look at this classic American luxury vehicle. This is a 1951 Packard. It doubles as an ambulance as well as a hearse. Back there in 51, the ambulance and the hearse had a double duty. So when you call 911, metaphorically speaking, this is who you got on the phone. You know, I was sharing with one of my family members the other day, and do you remember when you could call on the telephone to somebody and the line was busy and you could call the operator and say, operator, can you please interrupt that call? And the operator would interrupt the call. So we're just talking about a different day and time. Now, there's some people listening to me do not know what I'm talking about. You couldn't even comprehend being on your cell phone. I have the operator call your cell phone. They cut in and interrupt the call. Man, that has happened so many times. And this is part of that history. This is why you preserve a car. This is why you keep it like it is. This is why you keep the fabric of it and you restore it and not resto-mod it. Resto-mod it is to modify it and make it something it's never been before. Restore it is to put it back just like it was. It's to put it in training so it reaches its full peak and it goes back to a like new showroom condition. And so that's what we're going on here. The Poteet family that owns this vehicle wants to preserve it. They want to keep the history. They want to keep the nuance of it. They want to keep the rich draping that you see in here, this decadent headliner that you see here, and even this opulent flooring. Our assignment is to make this showroom new again. And if you look here, you look at this panel, it's a nice panel, and look how big it is. It's a massive panel, and but it is fully covered. But it's worn. Look at it, worn by the sun, worn by the weather. It's just worn. Right here is kind of brittle. It's kind of hard. And here, and I don't know exactly what color this was, but I'd imagine it was closer to this. Look at those drapes. I'd imagine it was closer to that color because everything matches. And so I would think it was close to that color. And when I look at the door panels and I look at the seats, they're all that deep wine kind of color. And this is the only thing that's not even close to that color. And now it's like a faded mauve or something like that. But that's just over time. Time has just beat this up and beat this down. And so what do? You call City Classic Cars and restore it. You call us and we put it back together the way it was. This is what I love about these Packards in general, is that the Packard really was the first Cadillac before Cadillac. Cadillac is synonymous with luxury, synonymous with American luxury. And so when you think Cadillac, boy, you think the best of the best, over-the-top luxury, an over-the-top luxurious ride. But Packard was Cadillac before Cadillac. What Cadillac had a predecessor. Cadillac had someone they wanted to go get. There was a number one at the time that showed Cadillac this is how you do it if you want to build a luxury car. And that was Packard. Started in 1899, and they dominated all the way up to the early 30s. And then somewhere around 35, Cadillac just kind of got a grip on them that they couldn't let go. And Cadillac began to dominate. Then we had the war come in, and then the cars after the war were not that great anyway. And then Packard didn't have that much money. And then Cadillac was already dominating. So then over there, somewhere around 55 or somewhere, they combined with Studebaker trying to just survive. And Packard is now a thing of history. But what a beautiful American story. What a beautiful story of coach works and building this coach. So am I honored as a builder to go back in and work on an iconic coach? Because, I mean, you look in here, this is a coach. I mean, that's how you build them. I mean, this thing is built. You know, my woodworker's right behind me, and he has the assignment of building out a 72 Chevelle coach right now. But somebody built this coach. This coach was built out even on the front. It had to be designed and built. And there's a lot of artistry to that. And then it had to be covered with the drapes and the material. And so, I mean, I'm pretty excited about having the opportunity to cut into this car. And man, it's a hearse that doubled as an ambulance. Hey, this is day one of tearing this car apart, and we're excited about it. We're gonna take all the interior out, get all that under control, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna start doing some body work on it, do some fresh paint on it. We're gonna make the interior, design the interior, then we're gonna set it aside. We wrap it up, we set it aside, we store it, and then when we get the paint and all that finished, we come back, we put all the interior back in. That's how we do it, baby, at the one-stop stop. City Classic Cars, 832-717-0774. God bless you. Y'all stay safe out there. I can't wait to get our hands on this one.